So come to the topic magnitude of force. So if one person pushes a car, will the car move? No. The car will not able to move by pushing by the one person. But if two people push it in the same car, that the car might move little bit. But however, if three or more people move the car, it might now move with ease. So we see that if some more people are applying force on the car, it means actually we are increasing the strength of the force. So increasing the strength, this strength of force is known as magnitude. So magnitude is known as the strength of force. So magnitude is expressed in a term of numerical value followed by a unit. The SI unit of force is Newton, and 1 Newton is equal to force which when applied to a mass of 1 kg with a speed the speed of meter per second, 1 meter per second. So magnitude of force is called as the strength of the force. So we have just studied force not only has the magnitude but also it has the direction. So that's why force is called as the vector quantity. So when two or more forces act on an object, the strength of the force acting depends on the direction also. So based on this, there are the three possibilities. Number one, when two applied force act in the same direction. So this is the number one conditions, underline it. Act in the same direction. What will happen? If two people from the same direction is applying force on the car will move faster. So that means the total force acting on the car will increase. Therefore, we say that F is equal to F1 plus F2. F1 and F2 are the two applied force. So for example, 100 Newton plus 150 Newton, the total force will be 250 Newton. F is equal to F1 plus F2. So this force is applied when the force are applied from the same directions. So in this case, the magnitude and the net force will increase. Next, when two different forces act in opposite directions, so what will happen? Line first this line and write number 2. So when two forces act from the opposite direction, then in this case, the car will not move. Car will move, but towards the greater force, since the force are not equal. So same conditions happens in tug of war also. In tug of war, the winner team wins which has the greater force. So in this case also the two force applied is not same. So the greater force will the car will move in the direction of the greater force, the larger force. The total force acting on the car will be obtained from the difference of the two force. That is F is equal to F1 minus F2. So F is equal to F1 minus F2. So here we say that the two different forces act on an object along the opposite directions. The total magnitude and the net force will decrease. Now the third is two equal force act in opposite direction. Underline this line, third. So what will happen? If two equal force are applied on the car, will the car move? No, because both forces are equal. And so here the some mistake is there. So for you can change this 100 or 150. So write here the 150 Newton. So now the force will become equal. So in this case, the net force acting on the car will become 0. Why? Because the two force, that is the F1 minus F2, are same, equal. So 150 minus 150 will be 0. So we can say that equal and opposite force are applied on an object and the net force is 0. So F is equal to F1 minus F2 is equal to F minus F is equal to 0. So in this case the net force is 0. So the car will not move. So based on these conditions, we can summarize that if two forces act on the same direction, then the force will increase. If two forces act on an object along opposite direction, then the object moves in the direction of the greater force. And number three, if two equal forces act on an object in opposite directions, then the object does not move at all and the net force becomes zero. So these are the force when acts from the depending on the directions, how much force will act. Now come to the type of force. Since you know that force is results due to the interaction of the objects. So if there is an interaction between the force, that force is called as contact force. And if there is no interaction, no contact is there, then that force is known as non-contact force. In contact force, the physical contact takes place. So come to the topic contact force. So the contact force are those which can be exerted by one object on the other when there is an actual physical contact between the two objects. So contact force cannot act from a distance. So there is a need of physical contact. So there are two main examples of contact force. Number one, muscular force, and number two, the force of friction. Now muscular force means the force which is applied by the muscles. That means our body, um, our body helps in this force. So the muscles of our body helps in this force. The force that is exerted by muscles is called the muscular force. So both push and pull involve the action of muscles in our body. So most activities involve the action of muscles, lifting object, pulling, stretching, compressing, physical workout, pulling your luggage, washing clothes, etc. are the example of activities that involve the muscular force. Not just human, even the animals also use the muscular force. So example, the donkeys, horse, even the camel apply the muscular force to pull the carts. So muscular force involves the muscles which generate the action of force. So we can see that the muscular force can be applied only when there is an actual between the two objects. So therefore muscular force is a contact force. Now come to the friction. If we are throwing a ball and at some time the ball stop, why? Because the ball stop since the ball is in contact with ground. So ground also apply force on the ball. That's why. And remember, the ground which is applying the force is applying the force from the ball stop. So friction is an opposing force that comes into play when one object moves of another object. Friction is an opposing force that comes into play when one object is moved on the surface of the another object. For example, a ball rolling for some time, as the force of friction between the ball and the ground opposes its motion, thereby stopping the ball. So the force of friction always comes into action when physical contact is developed between the two surfaces. Thus, friction is an example of a contact force. So, in the next topic, in the next